1. Knowledge and understanding of engineering. You described your work on the Spurnell Sewage Treatment Works UK, on which you were the Senior Civil Design Engineer based in Pune, India, reporting to the Lead Civil Engineer on the project in the UK and liaising with other similar teams responsible for electrical and mechanical aspects. You are familiar with UK, EU and Indian design codes. Stop. Your work covered the detailed RC and pipework design. Stop. This included ensuring resistance to flotation of a pumping sump and complicated pipework layouts, including component selection. For the latter, you made extensive use of 3D modelling and the Hades pipework design and analysis software, in the use of which you were largely self-taught. Stop. From your sponsors' reports and your CV, your skill set may have covered broader areas of expertise, but you didn't seek to introduce these at the interview and they were not discussed. Nevertheless, reviewers are satisfied that you met the requirements of Attribute 1, knowledge and understanding of engineering at the C-Eng level. 2. Technical and practical application of engineering. From your report and answers to questions, you and your team to be entirely office-based except for isolated visits to UK sites at the commencement of works. Stop. Monitoring and evaluation of the quality of deliverables of you and your team was done principally by markups by UK site teams of documents post-project of drawings and documents, post-project lessons learned forums with the UK team and internal discussions. From your report and answers to questions, you and your team appeared to be entirely office-based except for isolated visits to UK sites at the commencement of the works. There did not appear to be any evidence of site visits to observe the effect of design issues or to become aware of quote, real, unquote, site conditions. Insert in the course of the works. In your report and your presentation, as an example of economical design, you showed the settled sewage main and grade sewage main cross-connection at the Spurnell Sewage Treatment Works. It was a complex detail, economical of materials and components, and though elegant, incorporated an inverted siphon. For gravity mains carrying suspended solids, there has been a history of high maintenance requirements requiring shutdowns and flushing through. This adds to the whole life costing of the detail. Insert frequent shutdowns, uninsert. This may have been unavoidable, but the costing and delay aspects downstream appear not to even have been considered. Stop. In discussion of the measures to resist flotation of the pumping sump, you appear to have considered only dewatering during excavation and construction until the superstructure loads could be mobilised. While this may have been the site team's preferred method, you did not seem to be prepared to discuss with reviewers alternatives such as a thicker, heavier base, external wings to the base to mobilise the weight of backfill, or tension piles. Reviewers are not satisfied that your practical knowledge of site construction methods and site operations met the requirements of Attribute 2, technical and practical application of engineering at a level to be expected of a chartered civil engineer. 3. Management and leadership. In general, you directly manage the work of 6 or so design engineers and CAD draftspeople, and work alongside similar teams from other disciplines. Many of the staff, particularly the CAD staff, are women. You ensure all your team understand the tasks to be carried out, and you help and advise them when they have technical or other problems. Many of the drawing office staff are women. You adopt a conciliatory approach to disagreements and disputes, and appear to have a very good relationship with those you report to, those who report to you, and to colleagues. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements of Attribute 3, Management and Leadership. 4. Within your area of expertise, you appear to be given a fairly free hand on how you satisfy your design briefs. Necessarily, though, on site constraints and site-related matters, you have to be guided by the site teams, particularly as relating to pipe layouts. Your design briefs, particularly as relating to pipe layouts at Spurnal sewage treatment works. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements, independent judgment and accountability. 5. You are generally familiar with the forms of contract your parent company operates under with its clients, and your out-based office often shares in any pain gain benefits. You manage all the quality, program and cost matters relating to the work of your team, much to the satisfaction of your parent company. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements of the attribute commercialability. 6. Your main health, safety and welfare responsibilities are concerned with the working conditions in the drawing office on which you operate, including minimising fire risks, ensuring escape routes are kept clear, and safe working practices for those using CAD equipment, etc. Though not designer under the CDM regulations, you nevertheless are reasonably familiar with the CDM regulations and prepared designers' risk assessments to accompany the documents and drawings you provide. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements of the attribute health, safety and welfare. Sustainable development. You are aware that by its nature the projects on which you are engaged, sewage treatment principally, are demonstrably sustainably items of sustainable development. Nevertheless, the principal components, the pipework components you specify, can be high cost items, and you seek wherever possible to minimise pipe runs, unnecessary valve work. An example of this was the settled sewage and crude sewage mains cross connection referred to earlier. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements of sustainable development.